Well, greetings everybody. Welcome to our King's channel. I want to thank all you all for the prayers that you have been saying, not only for me, but for all our brothers and sisters out there. This is a different type of video that we're going to show here. I have to bring a little health update so y'all can stop worrying so much, because I can't die. I'm here to suffer, and I believe my kidneys had been sort of shutting down. And to show you how well I've been feeling, okay, just to give you a clue, y'all know how much I enjoy my solitaire collection, the Microsoft Solitaire collection, doing the tournaments, doing the other games that I get on a daily basis. This is my Mahjong that I do daily, and you can see here from last Friday where it shows here I haven't played any of these games yet. Okay, I've missed this entire week on that. Signs and Wonders is live. But to show you the Mahjong that I play, and I do it daily. I just couldn't play these things. I was just in enough pain. I mean, not a real bad pain, but I just couldn't concentrate or anything. It was a great soul cleansing time. As I sat there being numb to everything, our King gave me plenty of things to understand, and that's how he usually communicates with me when I'm real ill or whatever, or my mind is still enough to where he can put an understanding there, and then I've got to put words on that understanding, because it's like no words to it. It's just pooh, I understand it. Like where I was talking earlier and the video would shut off, which you'll see later on in this video, where I was talking about Van Helsing, and there's really very little difference, between someone that eats something unclean and a vampire. They're both just as bad, just as guilty if they eat a pork chop or whatever. And it just came to me there, the understanding of that, and it shows me why I'm so secluded here, a recluse, I guess you can say. And the devils have been tormenting me, and that's what this video's about here, actually, is proof and evidence of the devils as well as righteous spirits. And other videos I had brought out earlier, and I think that's why I've been attacked as well as I have been this time. I mean, they've whooped my butt, man. I have to admit, and I thank our King for it. I forgive the fellas that were sent, whether righteous or unrighteous. It doesn't matter. Our King is the one that allowed them to come, or he even sent them to me because he wanted to show me certain things. But again, as you can see here, even on my solitaire part, I hadn't played my daily exercises for this old gourd here since last Friday as well. And of course, in there we've got a game of Klondike, Spider, Free Cell, Pyramid, and Tri-Peaks, but I couldn't concentrate or anything on these things. I was too uncomfortable sitting in my chair even. But I got something I really want to show y'all as evidence that's been taking place. I've been telling you about these things, but now I've got some video evidence to show you, and I do believe it's a righteous spirit that, for years was using my other lamp when I had it, but I was running through all my three-way bulbs, and they're like $15 a bulb. And to get them sent here in the mail, they'd be busted by the time they got here anyway. But the spirit used to go ahead and, click up and down all the time on the lamp over there without it clicking. And I couldn't see it out the peripheral vision. I only saw it when I was editing. But this is a totally different thing, where the light that's up above me, that's a touch lamp, well, you'll see it. And also, I've told you about time warps and everything else that I have experienced. Days going by, don't know where they went, and I think there might be evidence. I don't know. It's really peculiar when you see the video where I actually blink right out of existence. And then, well, I don't want to give you too much of a spoiler alert, and I don't feel all that great. And I'm not editing these other things. It's going to be a different type video than you've seen before. May our King be honored and glorified and praised in all things, because we are the clay in his hands, and he's going to shape us the way he wants. And as you see that the things in the news and everything going on, my friends, things are going to get real tough. Then they'll get a little better. You know, the son of perdition has got to stand up there. He's got to have his job to take place as well, so that we can get gathered. And with that, we're going to just finish up with this, and I hope that you enjoy it even more than I did. And I tell you, I've had the goosebumps on the goosebumps, every hair standing up on my body, you know, at times, because I feel these powers, and they're tough, but they can't touch me unless our King allows them. And I know our King is letting them whoop my butt, as I said, and that's so that he can show more love towards you all as well, because of the things that he's showing me. I just got to get my brain back to functioning right or something, because I have just been tuning everything out, everything I can. I've just been trying to become a zombie and asking, you know, it's like, hey, it's okay if you let me die, Yashu. I know that's what they want. You can just pull the plug if you, I don't mind, you know, but I'm not going to beg them like I used to, because it was actually selfish. All the years that he put into training me to get to where we are today, with 60 viewers sometimes, and even more sometimes, usually less, but you know, I have seen a page, a video that had over 500 views on it, and it's only about a year or two old. I had a comment on there that I had to go, and it was like 500, and whoa, look at that. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, it's the spirits that keep people from watching these videos as well. And I'm hoping to get this on with Slapped Ham, and I'll send it off to a couple of the other paranormal channels that I do use to see if they want to use it in any of their videos as well. So with that, I do love you. Please pay attention to these things. They are real. They're around you at all times. And I'll explain what I believe is going on with my light now, because it hasn't been doing this for a while. Just about 2 or 3 days ago it started, when I started feeling a little better and I came to understanding of how I needed to get rid of my swelling gland here. It was horrible. I mean, it was way puffed out. Now it's gone up pretty well, and it, you know, there I could feel a little solid part in there, but under my tongue it felt like a half a marble. It felt like a pearl, you know, in an oyster's mouth. The poor guy. I feel bad for oysters now, because this thing was like rock hard. And I started juicing a lot of radishes and cucumbers and things of that sort, carrots and apples, and I've been getting back an appetite too. I had lost my appetite. Now I'm starting to get back an appetite. So your prayers have been working. So please enjoy the evidence that I am watched over, as you are too. However, there are wicked and unclean spirits out there as well that are around you 24/7. My friends, my brothers, my sisters, my countrymen. I hope those terms are all right, especially since one they wanted to put into the Supreme Court didn't even know what a woman was. I know what a woman was. She gave me a belly button, you know, and I know what a woman is, and my body was totally different than hers. And I understood that a long time ago, and I didn't have to learn about it in kindergarten. So with that, please let me know what you think about the way that I do the rest of the video here. And it's not meant to scare you, but wait till you see me blink out of existence. I'm still startled over that one my own self.
That's my light. It's been coming on and off. There you go, see? That is a touch light right there, my friends. There is no knob, no switch, no nothing. In fact, it's got to be touched right up here to turn it off. The same way to turn it on, but I can't even see it here. There it is again. It's been about, maybe an hour since it came on last time by itself. And again, you have to touch the light in order to turn the thing on. It's a touch light. Maybe I should turn it up. It's just to touch it. And for it to go up and down in light, of course, you have to hold down on the button. It's not even a button, it's just a touchpad kind of thing on a and I'll let it just record here for a while and see what it'll do. And if you're a righteous spirit, you're more than welcome to go ahead and play with the light some more right now, but when I'm sleeping, no way. I get tired of that. Alright, to demonstrate, you have to take a finger and put it right on the lamp. It's not doing anything. Okay. You can see, you hold your finger on it, go all the way right. It wasn't supposed to do that. Then you make it go light, lower. You have to. Alright. Hey, I'm doing this. Leave me be. This is my life. Get away from me. It won't even let me turn it on now. So in order, show off. See that? Show off. Then we've done it, I'll show you. Maybe. Notice how long it took to go all the way up? That's how long it takes to go down when you use the lamp the way it should be. As you can see there. Now why it wanted to show off, I don't know. But I believe it has to be a righteous spirit, otherwise the holy melody would have removed it by now.
21. Of the city's 21 homicides so far this year, police have made an arrest in 52% of them. With the summer months approaching, police are racing for many more shootings.
The Apostle Paul in his epistle
There it goes.
tells us in the last days society will be in a total immoral meltdown.
And of course, the reason why I suspect that is a righteous spirit, not the Holy Spirit, which dwells within me. But the reason I do believe it is a righteous spirit is because scriptures are discussed here. That's what we do. As you just heard on the TV, watching the Watchmen channel. And I do zip through most of where he preaches to where the news is, but sounds like Morse code going off or something. That's why we had such a big pause going on there. But I do recommend his channel. I just speed through to listen to the news. But when we're not watching it out here, and it's not just the Watchmen, it's other things too I watch. But when I'm in the other room, I'm usually listening to the King James Version on audio. Oh, that was the heater, okay. Furnace kicked on. Hey, maybe that's what that click was in the video before. I'll have to check that, but I don't think so, because that was an awful loud click. And I haven't moved the camera. The camera has been in the same spot since the other videos, which were 2 or 3 days ago, I believe it was. And I've been so sick, I've been going to bed pretty early. And pretty frequent too, because I discovered I'm having problems with my kidneys. So, and no, I would like to say that the light coming on by a righteous spirit, but as far as the only spirits there are, you have Satan and her minions, all the wicked and unclean spirits, the devils, the Nephilim, the Watchers, all those that have broken the give or take 613 laws, which basically just define how to keep the 10 Commandments. And that's all there is to salvation. Okay, but a lot of noise, a lot of distraction. And of course I'm looking over there at the light to see if it's going to go up or down. You know, letting us know whether it is a righteous spirit or not. But then again, you know, the righteous spirits aren't here to do parlor tricks either. I believe it's sent mostly to comfort me. Our King letting me know, you know, that he's watching over us. And boy, I'll tell you what, I certainly need it, because I am getting wore down to the wick. Oh, but as far as spirits are, human beings, when they die, they die, okay? They can't give thanks, they can't give praise, they can't curse nobody in the grave. Not until our King returns. He's coming to resurrect the dead. Nobody gone to heaven. If everyone went to heaven, there'd be no sense for my King, anyway, to come back to raise the dead. Why would Father Abraham and all those that will be raised from the dead, you know, still be dead if other people were allowed to go to heaven? No, our King also told the scribes and the Pharisees, he says, hey man, you know, where I go, you cannot come. You're going to look for me, you're not going to find me. And where I go, you cannot come. Then he told his disciples the same thing and said, hey, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told the scribes and Pharisees. That, you know, you're going to look for me and you're not going to find me. And where I go, you cannot come. But all Christianity, see now, if that was a wicked and evil spirit, it would have certainly have turned off the light and run already, you know. So, but yeah, I do have these mental pauses here. I'm trying to think of what I was saying. I distract myself here if I don't have my computer with the scriptures right in front of me. I mean, I'm just sitting here just watching little telly. Oh, but as far as spirits are, human spirits, man, you know, you're not going to see anybody's disembodied spirit. No, nobody is specialer than anybody else. We are all mortals. And the only way you can get an immortal spirit is by our King when he resurrects the living and the dead. There will be some living, changed in the twinkling of an eye, when he raises the first resurrection upon his return. But we're going to see the kingdom up in the clouds, you know. And it's going to be up in the clouds, sitting there. Everyone's going to be able to see it. And they're going to be awed because it's 1,500 miles long, 1,500 miles tall, 1,500 miles wide. It's got like 1,500 floors in that beautiful kingdom that's coming, and each floor could be like a mile or half a mile anyway tall. It's amazing what our Father has in store for us who love him in his love. But our King's not going to come out of the kingdom that's up there on the clouds. He's going to go ahead and be sitting up there with our Father, on our Father's throne with our Father, but he's not coming until the duty, the job of the 144,000 have been complete. And hopefully, man, we're going to be gathered before too long. And then there's 3.5 years after that. And my friends, you know, do know that time is going to get awful. It's just going to get horrible. But then there's going to be this fellow that steps up and he's going to make things wonderful again, you know. And it's all going to come pretty quick. So we got 3.5 years after the 144,000 are gathered. That's all there is to help a number that you can count to learn how to wash their nasty, filthy robes, rags, off in our King's precious blood. That's what the world doesn't know how to do today. None of the religions out there, none of the assemblies or the synagogues or the temples, none of the religions, regardless of who they are. I mean, you've got how many hundreds of thousands of different demon nations, you know? You got hundreds of thousands of churches across the earth. Excuse me, because I can't edit that out, but my sinuses were so messed up, man. My glands had puffed all up. And I knew it was the little spirits that was sent by my King to allow these things, you know. And sent by my King means that if Satan went asking permission and he said, sure, Satan, go for it, you just can't kill him, you know, because my time isn't yet, though I have asked. I did ask that I don't wake up in the morning, you know, and I did that for a few days. And I'll show you here on the screen when I get in there, when I make the next video. I'll show how many days I didn't even do my Microsoft tournament. I had my thinking, everything was just whacked, and I was severely attacked, I'll tell you, for a while there, but I know that our King sent them. And, you know, I'm not going to stand there and chase devils off or anything else unless they are breaking something around here or messing something up. Other than that, you know they can't do anything to me unless they get permission from, you know, Yahshua, my righteous King, you know, and they can't do anything other than what he allows. There's holy Malachim around me. There's holy Malachim around believers that are really, really bad to the bone, I tell you. You know, you think about the Incredible Hulk, well, think about that, you know, times about 1 billion. The holy Malachim that are watching over me to make sure that all these things until the last days come to pass are fulfilled. And if our King does allow me to go to sleep it doesn't mean that I didn't disqualify or qualify either. It's just that my King had mercy on me and let me go to sleep. But the problem is, he brought me through so much, and he has put things into me because of his scriptures and his words that are in me, they're written in me, to where I never have a desire to sin again. And that's a totally different aspect than Christianity even, or the Catholic Church. And I was born a Catholic, you know, but what in the world is going on? Oh, I guess this is on a timer here, because it shows 3:58, 59, wait, what is going on? Oh, I guess it's, my battery is running low. So, anyway, we'll discuss further about the duties of the 144,000, and I'm not going to edit this video at all. I'm just going to put it on there like this, because I love y'all, I really do. I'm doing better. I thank everyone who has prayed for my health and the health of our brothers and our sisters when you do pray, and I hope that you do, wearing your tassels, your seats, your fringes, or your lots, which I've showed in previous videos, and eating your butter and honey. Now, I did have to decrease the amount that I was eating. I've gone on a fruit juice, basically, you know. I'm doing I've got this it's a juicer, that's what I got, but it's one of those, it's not runs real fast, but it runs slow, and it crushes it, and that's how you get the juice. So don't really emancipate it too badly, it more crunches it. And I really enjoy the juice. It's just a pain in the neck and expensive, but I've been on, you know, juices basically, or just broccoli and cauliflower and such for the last 3 days, and the swelling of my gland on the right hand side here, at first when I woke up I knew exactly what was going on, and our King is my physician, so he showed me what I needed to do, and I started doing some juices and just eating raw vegetables, salads, things of this sort. But I have to admit, I ate here the other night. The first time I ate after drinking juice in the morning, realizing my gland had been swollen so big, and my sinuses were just a wreck, man. They were so infected, and I know, you know, the spirits are having a blast. So, you know, I did wash them out with the tiki cup there, and that wasn't easy, nor was it fun, and it took days to get past most the sinus pressure and infection. I'm feeling a lot better. I mean, I could hardly sleep because I'm not a mouth breather. I've got to breathe through my nose, and when I lay down, I can't really lay on my back where it would open up my sinus to where I could breathe because they were swelled. But on my back I could breathe through my sinus, but when I turned on my side, it cut them off. Okay, and I take a few breaths out my mouth, and it was horrible, torturous. Okay, and I thanked our King for it, because he's my physician. And I know that through the pains and sorrows and sufferings that we go through, my friends, it's because of the cleansing of the soul, okay? And I tell you, our souls are kind of like a welcome mat. They look beautiful, but then you take a garden hose to it and you wash it off, and man, all the mud and the rocks and the dead bugs and everything come floating out of it, and you're looking at it saying, wow, man, it felt pretty neat, you know, at the time. Didn't feel too awful out of whack, maybe, but then you find out the filth of yourself still just living on this earth, man. I mean, everything is defiled. Men go home and they hug their wives who've got the makeup all over their faces and everything, you know, and don't even bother checking whether or not it's clean, because most cosmetics, or a lot of cosmetics, have human abortions in there, and most cosmetics use unclean products, and it's just a horrible thing. A man goes home, you know, and smooches his wife right on their dead nephew or niece, you know, or it's like, man, I mean, Cannibal City going on. People don't even realize these things. And I was watching this series, I forget the name of it. No, it was Van Helsing. It was a series on Netflix where they got these vampires and stuff, and I'm really feeling horrible sitting in my lounge chair here, just wanting not to breathe another breath and just, you know, wake up when our king calls us. And I'm watching the video and tuning every.
And that's where the batteries died on the camera, as I said was taking place earlier. I did change out the batteries in case I need to use the camera out there again, but as you can see over here, I guess it's up there in the left-hand corner of my screen anyway, it shows up here these files from when most of these clips took place, and it was from beginning at, get this time, okay, 5/31/2019 it says. Of course, their date on the camera is wrong, and I don't know how to change the date. But it showed here at 6:13 a.m. Okay, that's the thing that I loved. But anyway, it was that was recording 11, and every 10 minutes it would click off and start another video right up, of course, until it ended. As you see here from the last video that just ended, it showed here it ended at 8:06 a.m. And the next recording was only a minute long, and it didn't say much. I actually went someplace else. But the point I wanted to show you, I won't be able to show you here because the dates are so messed up on it. But these videos were from a day ago, okay? They were from, I believe, Thursday. No, Wednesday night, I believe it was. Well, Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday night, somewhere around 10 o'clock actually in the evening, was when all these recordings here took place. It was starting somewhere around 9:30 or so, 10 o'clock, and all the activity was between 6:13 a.m. and 8:07 a.m. So it was only within about an hour and 45 minutes time that all the blinking of the lights and everything, except for the other two videos that has the date and time and such down on the right hand lower corner. Those are two different videos, and both don't have the correct date on them. But anyway, I do hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'm going to bring out another video here real shortly concerning the update for Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I wanted to put it in this, but I didn't want this video to get too long. And basically, I need a separate video for the update. So with that, I do love y'all. Let us keep praying for one another, and thank you for the prayers. They're helping. I tell you what, I am feeling a little better, but I'm still trying to figure out who I am, okay? Bye.